Hi guys, welcome back to our New You Nutrition final wrap up with our recipe videos. So we're gonna actually do a summary of all the different things that we've covered in more of a meal type of format. So what we're gonna do is start off actually with our veggies, just because we're gonna do some live cooking here. So I chopped up some mushrooms and onions, and then we've got our butter for our fats. Again, these, because they don't have any sort of protective covering or peel, we do want to get these organic, both the onions and the mushrooms. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this on the stove, and I have about half a tablespoon of butter that I've chopped, and it's ready here. And then I'm just going to throw on the mushrooms and onions there. And in the meantime, while that cooks, I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the things that we do as a stockpile. So let me go ahead and get that stirred up there real quick. And we always like to, again, add organic for our seasoning. So we've got salt and pepper, that's organic. So we're just gonna do a dash, nothing crazy here for flavoring. And in the meantime, while this is cooking now, I'll go ahead and show you what we do for at the beginning of each week. We usually start off with making a huge pot, like a crock pot or a rice cooker size portion of quinoa. So this week I did beef stock. Usually I do chicken stock or vegetable stock. That way it just adds a little bit more flavor with the quinoa. And then from there, I'm going to show you what I do for lunch/dinner, just our meal prep each day. So we'll go ahead and make a base here of the quinoa, and this feeds the three of us, my husband, myself, and our son, and we just keep this as our base. Each day we also add our lettuce, but if I put that in at the bottom and then we warm it up the next day, then it gets wilted, so I don't have it on the base in the evening. So we go ahead and start with the quinoa, so you could have that at the beginning of the week that you cooked. That way this is just nice, fast, easy meal prep, and you know you've already got a meal that's put together. So same thing with our chicken. So usually I do a Costco sized chicken breast, like the packet, at the beginning of each week, and that just cook that up, and as well as typically have something like this. It's like the chicken sausage. Again, Costco's got it. You can find them in different places. But you do want ones that have no antibiotics, no nitrates. We prefer to kind of steer clear from pork as well. So you can have those as your stockpiles. But what I do is, as we've talked about before, we make the meat as a garnish. So we keep them chopped rather small, just little bite size, and just put that on as a garnish. And that way we've got enough for all of us, but at the same time we can keep coming back to it throughout the week. So we already have gone through it quite a bit this week, so I'm going to go ahead and finish that off here. And then what we'll do is we'll add in our fats. So you could either add in avocado, but because we're going to be doing this tomorrow, as opposed like eating this meal tomorrow, I'm just going to stick with olives right now, but we'll probably add in some avocado tomorrow. So you can just add your olives in, and that'll give you nice, strong fats with a good flavor as well. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in some of the veggies to what we're already cooking. So those mushrooms and onions are sauteing. And now I'm going to go ahead and add some extra veggies. So going back to what we spoke about last week, I do use some frozen. I usually have peas and carrots just to add a little bit of color with the peas. It also has fat and protein in it. And then of course the antioxidants and the vitamins that come from the carrots as well. And our spinach that we went over quite a bit on last week. Again, organic is very important here. So we're gonna go ahead and throw those in. And that way you can see this can be done quickly. It doesn't have to be, I feel like all too often we have this idea in our American culture that to eat healthy is one, expensive, and two, takes forever. But you can see it doesn't take that long, especially you have your stockpile of the quinoa and the chicken or the chicken sausage, or if you have a different thing that you're used to adding in. So I just added in another half tablespoon of butter, and it's organic butter. I'm just stirring that up, adding just a little bit more with the salt and pepper, mostly just the pepper right now. And if you have other flavors, of course you can add that into with, like, if you have any dressings or things that you like to kind of spice up for flavor. So that's gonna go ahead and cook. And while that finishes up here, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what we do for what we would call typically probably as snacks, but now it's more like appetizers or even like a dessert after our meals for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So what we tend to pair is our fats, right? So we love to add in our nut butters with the fruits that we have. So we can either dip some apples in with the sun butter. We do prefer, again, organic when we're using the different nut butters and sun butters. You can dip the apples in there, or pears. And then we also use rice cakes. So these are like a quinoa and brown rice combination rice cake. So that's something that we really like, just kind of spreading that sun butter on top of. Something else, especially if you've got kids, they might be really snacky. We've got a son, so he does have snacks. He doesn't do just like, okay, appetizer type of thing with the meals. And so we do try to get some good, hearty, healthier snacks. So again, this one, it's actually like a cracker that has, it's from Nuts and Seeds. It's called the Humble Seed. It's a grain-free cracker. So they have different ones, like their almond-based flours, those sorts of things they're good because, again, we've got a little bit more fat and protein in with the cracker and with the snack. And also seaweed. So this is great because it's got all of the nutrients with the iodine from seaweed, as well as, again, for this, we do want to get organic. So those are just the snacks here. And now that we've been able to talk through things, our dish here looks like it's pretty much done. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what we'll do. We'll just add it right on top of the quinoa base that we have. So bring it on over, and you can see we've got the spinach, it's cooked down, and the mushrooms, the peas, the carrots, they're all ready here. And now we'll just add it right on top. And then tomorrow we'll add some fresh veggies, just some fresh lettuce right on top. And you could add some avocado, those sorts of things. It doesn't have to look like this every day. You can always change out the different veggies that you use. Oftentimes we'll roast sweet potato, and that will be what we'll do as a base, and we'll add in some pecans that are roasted, as well as like maybe broccoli. These are just different ideas. But here we go, nice and easy. And it's a hearty, healthy, fresh meal. I hope you guys enjoy. We've loved being able to pair up with you, partner with you in your health and the health of your family as you're moving forward in your new you nutrition self. We hope that you enjoy and look forward to connecting in the future. Have a great time.